Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast equivalent of when Charlie Brown gets a rock in his trick-or-treat bag.
You think that our podcast, when people listen to it, they're like, oh, I can't wait to listen to a podcast. And then we're like, when they get a rock.
Yeah.
Kate, have you ever...
Maybe Charlie Brown likes rocks. You don't know. He's kind of a nerd.
He clearly does not, based on his reaction when it happens.
Oh, he's kind of a goober. I think he likes rocks.
Have you ever played a video game called Wolfenstein 3D?
No, I have not.
Can you describe the artwork you're looking at?
It's kind of like an 80s kung fu movie, but there's also guns. There's like a really muscular man.
And
he looks like he's just got like chicken breasts taped to him.
It's painted.
Like he's so muscly.
It's painted like an old movie poster. So great. All right, Kate, here's a quick tale about Wolfenstein 3D before I make you play it.
Go ahead, hit me.
So, in the 80s, there were 4 people: John Carmack, Adrian Carmack, no relation, John Romero, and Tom Hall. And they all worked for a software company called SoftDisk, and they made games. And at one point while they were working there, John Carmack was fiddling around with like some programming, and he discovered how to make a side-scrolling game for the computer that had not existed before. Last week, we played Monster Bash, which was a game like that.
Okay.
That only existed because John Carmack figured out how to do it on a computer.
Well, good for John.
Right? It had existed on like the Nintendo, but not on a computer yet. So he figured out how to do that, and he told the other 3 people, and they were like, that's a great idea. Don't tell SoftDisk. Let's just work on this in one of our garages, like on our own free time. So they decided for some reason to take Super Mario Bros. 3, the game for the Nintendo. We haven't played that one yet. We did 1 and 2. And just recreate it completely, because within the 4 of them, like, there's programmers, there's artists, like, that team could make a full game. And they thought they would do this and then go to Nintendo and say, look, we made a copy of your game for the computer, like, now you can sell it for the computer and hire us. So they did this, and Nintendo was like, no, we don't want that. So it was this weird, like, they were just expecting that to all work out, and it did not. But then, because, like, word about this had kind of gotten out in the computer game world, another guy who we learned about last week, Scott Miller, he was the guy who founded Apogee Software and did the whole shareware thing with Monster Bash and lots of other games. He contacted these guys and said, you should make your own company, break away from SoftDisk, and I'll publish your games with Apogee. So they did. The 4 of them made a company called id Software, I think. It's either id or ID, but I believe it's meant to be pronounced id. And they started making games and publishing them through Apogee, the company from last week. So as they get, better and better at making their own games, John Carmack next decides, I figured out side-scrolling. Now I want to make 3D games, because those really didn't exist yet. He kind of decided he was going to tackle how to make a game in 3D and be the first to do it, or the first of, among others who were all trying to figure it out at the same time. So in 1991, after they founded id Software, he started making a couple 3D games called Hover Tank 3D, Catacomb 3D, really basic stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he decided for his next 3D game, he wanted to make it much more exciting. He wanted to do like a crazy guns kind of thing. So for some reason, he picked there's these 2 older games called Castle Wolfenstein and Beyond Castle Wolfenstein from the early to mid 80s. And in them, you play as an American soldier fighting against Germans in World War II. You're stealing files, you're trying to assassinate Hitler, but it was a really rudimentary game. It was a black screen with really simple 2D graphics. So he decided he wanted to take that old game and make a 3rd one, even though he had nothing to do with the old ones. You can see he has a pattern of latching onto other people's games. And he was going to make a 3D version of that. So he built the 3D engine. They wanted to make a fast-paced, shooting kind of violent Castle Wolfenstein game. This company that made those previous games was now defunct by 1991. The copyrights had expired because they went out of business. So they were able to just take this property and make this game out of it. So technically, games with a pseudo 3D perspective date back to 1973 with a game called Maze War. But this is the first modern 3D first-person shooter game. It's violent, you shoot guns, and it's very fast-paced.
Here's my question.
Yes.
Were people concerned about, what is it doing to our children?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is the real game from this era that caused the moral panic, but this definitely was... There were people who were upset with it, yes.
Okay.
So in this game, you play as William B.J. Blazkowicz, an American spy who's been captured by the Germans and has to escape Castle Wolfenstein. Then, after you escape, you have to stop the Nazis from creating zombie soldiers, and then the final part of the game, you fight Hitler while he's wearing a robot suit and can shoot back at you with robotic guns.
Who made this?
John Carmack and id Software.
John Carmack. Are you okay?
He's not.
He's not?
It was released on...
Is there like a later disgrace that we're going to find out about?
I don't know. You should look it up.
While you're reading, I'm going to look it up.
This was released on May 5th, 1992 for DOS computers by Apogee Software using their shareware model. So you got the first episode where you escape from the castle, and then you'd have to pay to get the one where you fight the zombies, and then the one where you kill Hitler. It was directed by Tom Hall, designed by John Romero and Tom Hall, programmed by John Carmack and John Romero, and the art was by Adrian Carmack. It was hugely popular and critically acclaimed. Like, people loved this game. It was ported to other types of computers. It was ported to the Super Nintendo, so they did finally get to work with Nintendo. And the success of this game created and paved the way for the FPS, or first-person shooter
It
genre.
seems like he is now the CTO of Oculus VR, where he served as the CTO and later consulting CTO in 2019.
No scandal that you can find?
He is 50 years old. He has been married to Catherine Anna Kang. He has 2 beautiful children. He owned 2 Ferraris in 1994. He gave up 1 Ferrari as a prize to Dennis Fong, the winner of Quake Tournament Red Annihilation.
Is there a scandal?
He met his wife, Catherine Anna Kang, in 1997 at the QuakeCon when she visited id's offices. Oh, this is actually very nice. As a bet, Kang challenged Carmack to sponsor the all-female tournament if she was able to produce a significant number of participants. And Carmack said, maybe you'll get 25 participants, but 1,500 people showed up.
Wow.
And then they got married in Hawaii.
It's beautiful. Oh, look, you thought you were going to take down John Carmack.
Wait.
Uh-oh. She's still scrolling, guys. I would like to point out, when I do research for this show, I do it ahead of time.
Oh! Carmack is an atheist. Carmack loves pizza.
There are a lot of stories about those offices when they were making this, and later Doom, another game we're going to play, just like all they ate was pizza for like weeks straight.
During his time at id Software, a medium pepperoni pizza would arrive for Carmack from Domino's Pizza almost every day. And he used the same delivery person for more than 15 years.
Are you still out for blood here? I can't tell what's going on.
I'm just checking. Like, I want to make sure. No, I think he's
fine?
just a totally normal
I'm glad we've
man.
edited John Carmack. Oh, maybe I'm
Nice.
thinking of Romero. John Romero's the one I think that is not okay.
Well, let's look.
I would like to point out, Kate, as we know from this podcast, you are not a big gamer, as we've learned, because you barely can figure out how to jump most times, even after being repeatedly instructed how to. But there are 2 games that you have spent actually 3 games you've spent a significant amount of time playing, at least that I've seen in our life together. Skyrim,
Yep.
Fallout 3, and
I
New
did that.
Vegas. You did that too. And Borderlands 2. All of those games have a first-person perspective, and Borderlands 2 in particular is like one of the spiritual, successors of a game like Castle Wolfenstein. When you play Skyrim and Fallout, do you prefer the first-person view or the behind-the-person view?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When you play Skyrim and Fallout, you know how you can switch between looking through their eyes or looking from behind them so you can see your person? What do you usually do?
I like to look through their eyes.
You like the first person, like it's like in writing, how you can write in the first person or third person. In video games, first person means you are inhabiting them, like you're looking through their eyes. And third person means your camera's behind them. So then my next question for you is, what do you like so much about Borderlands 2 that for a non-gamer you've played it for countless hours now in our life?
I just like spending time with you.
Oh, because it's 2-player.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. But like,
and
why?
I like to shoot things.
Yeah, that's what okay. So you like the aspect of that game where you're running around frantically and trying to switch guns and shoot people. Then this is what started that. So I'm really curious what you're going to think of this.
Let's do it.
So grab the keyboard.
This?
Yeah, that keyboard. And I personally did not play Wolfenstein 3D as a kid. It's a little too early for me. But the next games that they made right after this, the next couple games id and Apogee and 3D Realms made, like Doom and Duke Nukem and Quake and Half-Life, we're going to play some of those on this podcast in the future. And I felt like it'd be wrong to jump into Doom without showing you what came first. Oh, look. It's rated PC-13.
PC-13 for profound carnage.
All right, so that's going to be you, BJ Blazkowicz. and you're going to kill some Nazis. I would recommend, when it says, how tough are you?
I'm going to ask for, can I play daddy? Or I guess it's, can I play daddy? Not, can I play daddy?
You're not playing the role of daddy. So good. Look, they make you a little baby.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Get psyched.
What? I don't want to be psyched. How do I move?
All right, you ready?
Okay. All right.
Now, why don't you try out the controls first?
I'm just looking around. Why is he looking around so much?
The guy
looks
at the
so
bottom.
suspicious.
That's
is that
you.
me?
That's your head.
Oh, I don't like being me.
He's looking around. He's like scoping it out.
All right, so I'm in this room.
Yep.
Don't know how this person got dead. Let me just look down. How do I look down?
You can't.
Can I take his stuff?
No. I think you were under the impression you already did, and that's how you got your Luger.
This is just a waste of time. How do I get out?
So you got to open that door.
Should I shoot at it?
No. I believe there's a key that will open it. There's only 2 keys you need to know. Shoot. Why don't you try to shoot?
How do I shoot?
Space. Space is the door. Now hit control to shoot. I don't know which one's shoot.
Control?
Is that right? Yes. Okay.
Oh, well, now I only have... Oh, my God, the door just closed.
All right. Get out there.
Ah!
You ready? Keep an eye out. What do you think of the graphics?
It's not great.
Do you like that it's in a little tiny window?
No. Where am I going?
All right. Kate, you're an escaped POW.
Woo.
Some bones.
Hey, buddy. Can I just hang out in here until it's over?
No, because you got to escape so you can kill Hitler eventually.
I want to escape. That seems promising, but I'm just going to go check this one out.
Is that where you came from? No.
No.
Oh.
Ooh, is that food?
Yes. So food will heal you when you get hurt.
I guess I should know that there's a whole turkey dinner in here. All right.
It's very compassionate of these Nazi war criminals.
All right. Guess I got to go this way. Here we go.
All right.
What is that? Is that more turkey?
Yeah. So
Why is there so much turkey?
You always want to grab the turkey whenever
it's like
you're
a turkey
you're
surplus. How do I shoot? Who's this?
Look at that. Go get that. I think that's armor. Or no, it's more ammo.
What's this?
I don't believe you can open those.
Just made it sound like crinkly paper.
The sound effects are pretty low tech, but
there's nothing to do here.
It's 1992. So obviously then you might want to approach a different avenue from here. Have you tried everything?
I tried every door.
You tried that door?
There was only turkey dinners.
You didn't go through this door yet.
Ugh. Why did I run so fast?
You're trying to get away. You'd run fast too if you're
What's
an escaped POW.
There's a lot of Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah, don't you think though they'd be worried while they're like making the game? Somebody's gonna walk by their computer and be like, "What are you working on, buddy?"
Oh my
there's
God,
a guy.
man!
Kill him.
Control.
Nice.
Get him.
Go get his stuff.
What?
He might have dropped some ammo.
Why is my health at 98%?
He got you.
He did not.
He did. Oh, get that guy. Get him before he gets you. You like their death screams. Interesting delay on your shooting there.
Listen,
did you forget the key?
I keep hitting Alt.
Yeah. Why don't you use the...
I'm going to go eat all their turkey. Give me that turkey. I'm eating their turkey. Give me that turkey. Turkey. Ooh, I love turkey.
Why don't you use the other control so that it's less close to
Give me
Alt?
that turkey. What is this, a cafeteria? Cafetorium? What is this?
Why is there a well?
Hole?
Is that where they're getting their water? In the cafeteria?
Get out of here.
A fresh well?
How many more do I have to kill?
Kate, you have to escape.
What?
You have to kill however many are necessary to escape from Castle Wolfenstein. 3D.
Who's this?
Oh, you're gonna have to kill that dog.
Got him.
Wow, you don't seem too torn up about it.
What's that? Is that ramen? Ah, look at the bodies of my foes.
Now, it looks like there's lots of little alcoves here.
Just looking around.
You're very thorough. My strategy to this day, and even when I was a kid in an FPS, is just to run as fast as I can.
Well, only a suit of armor over here. Like a Scooby-Doo. Throw one more Scooby-Doo fights Nazis. I don't like that this looks like a scary basement.
The wood paneling.
You've all been in this basement.
Ooh, what's that?
This is the Holy Grail.
Pick them up. It's just a bunch of points. Oh, you're like stealing Nazi like art.
This game is brought to you by a medium pepperoni pizza from Domino's.
Oh man, that guy's a good shot. He got you from all the way over there.
What's that noise that he made when he went down?
Like a little bit of a cough. Oh look, you can get some more goblets.
This noise is pretty weird.
Boom, boom, boom.
What's that?
Money.
It seems like
jewels.
a doohickey. Hey, let me in.
What you doing?
I'm just shooting at the door, obviously. That seems like something we should do. Just checking it out. Making sure these trees aren't men. Hope there's a turkey dinner waiting for me.
Oh, somebody's behind you.
What? Hey.
Get him. Oh.
Why is he so fast?
So evasive. Oh.
Oh, I'm going to eat his turkey.
He left his turkey dinner in there.
Left his Lunchable.
He put that down so he could come shoot you.
What's this?
Some sort of barrel.
You think it has toxic waste in it?
Most likely.
Ooh, yummy.
Look at you. 100% health.
Surely nothing could come hurt me from over here. What's that? Oh my god, there's so many doors. Am I supposed to be keeping track of the doors I go into and leave?
Well, I mean, if you ever want to win, although I think you might have made it. That door looks promising. Is that an elevator of some sort? Yeah, you made it to the end of the level. Proud of you, Kate.
Oh, my kill ratio was 100%.
Oh, you killed everybody.
What am I doing now?
You made it to an elevator.
Do I have to still do this?
So did you notice at the beginning there were like 5 episodes?
I want to do an episode.
And you're still in episode 1. You're just in the next level.
Oh, you're killing these little pups. Oh, come here. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Well, just totally normal flower pots in here, guys. Oh, everything's great. Hey, let me out. What?
I know you just forgot, swap the keys. I've done that too, but it's so funny watching you try to shoot a door.
How do I get out of here? Have I been in this blue room before?
Not in this level, no.
Oh, my dear sweet.
You were in a very similar looking room in the previous level. Kate, it's the first ever first-person shooter. Give them a break. They tried. They have a lot of blue and gray walls.
Boo-hoo. Make me something different. Who's that?
Nice.
Well,
shot him right in the back.
He was torturing these prisoners.
That's true. How long? They've been here so long they turned into skeletons? That's some next level torture.
Oh, this is a lot of doors. Have I been in this room? This feels a little bit repetitive, but that's a plant.
Don't shoot it. The plant didn't do anything to you.
Also a plant. I'm going to need a turkey dinner soon.
Unfortunately, the gold doesn't heal you.
You'd think by raising my socioeconomic status.
Oh, yeah, you needed that.
I'm going to eat all this irradiated turkey now. Hey, what you want, boy?
He got you through a barrel.
I feel like the premise was a little weird. I feel like they could have set this anywhere, but it's like an edgy 6th grade boy, oh, Nazis.
Well, at least they weren't pro-Nazi. That would be my fear.
But you know what I mean? I feel like it was like an edgy,
Yeah.
They could have set it in just a weird house. They could have put it in a prison. They could have put it in a...
I would theorize the reason they did this is because if you were saying were people upset about this game, and I guess they were. I didn't see a huge controversy, but I'm sure people were.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to argue when the people you're murdering in the game are literally Nazis.
That makes sense.
As opposed to when people get upset about Grand Theft Auto, I kind of get it because you can literally run over random people in that game, just civilians. But the only people you're able to kill in this game are Nazis.
Yeah.
Who's a more universally hated group? So, what'd you think of the gameplay? Did it?
I wasn't super. It just was very repetitive. It's open the door,
right.
Shoot the man, eat the turkey. Open the door, shoot the man, grab the relic.
And because you've played such advanced first-person games, maybe this isn't as exciting to see.
Yeah, I just want to eat a turnip or run around, buy a horse.
Thanks for trying it, Kate. I'm glad you gave it a shot.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Wolfenstein's fun to go back to just for the sake of the historical element of it, and you can get through a few levels before you get bored, I think. So, thanks for watching or listening to this episode. It is on YouTube. If you are just listening, you can go watch it and see what Katie's looking at when she's eating all those turkey dinners. Let us know what we should watch or play next. You could leave a comment on this video. You could send us a voice message through Anchor. There's a link in the audio version of this podcast in the description to click to send us a voice message. You can send us an email, Not-Stalgia@AOL.com. You can find us on social media or just go to our website, www.notstalgia.org.